What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with some more fantasy football content. Today, I am bringing you that nonstop news in the wake of the recent JK Dobbins injury. Looks pretty bad. I'm not a doctor, but if I had to guess, it looks like he's going to miss a significant period of time. So I'm bringing you the Gus Edwards fantasy profile. We're going to be talking about where you should be taking him in drafts. I know a lot of people have drafts this weekend, and we'll give you all of that info. But if you guys are not subscribed to the channel and you want to win your league, the number one thing you can do is hit that subscribe button. If you want to dominate all of your friends and family, hit that sub button. Make sure you get the nonstop fantasy news from Fantasy Joe and go beat all your friends. All right, let's talk Gus Edwards. All right, Gus Edwards. He's had 700 plus rushing yards every year in his career, and that's been in primarily a backup role, but that means he's an extremely efficient runner. His career average yards per carry is 5.2, and he has never been under 5 in a season. Pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you. He's a great runner. Downhill really fits this Ravens run scheme. They've got a very good offensive line and a good run system with Lamar Jackson. Anytime you have that rushing quarterback, it's going to benefit the running back on the ground a great deal. Helps hold those defensive ends in and a lot of those different run looks or those outside linebackers, and it gives that running back that extra half second to hit that hole, and it really does make a difference. I think that Gus Edwards honestly flies right up to near. I think I would take him back in the third round, early fourth round currently. I think he has all the upside that JK Dobbins had coming in and maybe a little bit more, because we knew that with Gus Edwards, or with JK Dobbins, there would always be the Gus Edwards element. He'd always be stealing carries from him, getting work. They signed him to a 2-year, $10 million contract before the season. They've given him a good amount of money, which means they believe in him as a runner. And I think that, now that it's his role, and no, there's no J.K. Dobbins, Justice Hill's the next running back up. He's more of a scat back. I think he'll get some work, but I think Gus Edwards is going to be getting 15 to 20 carries a game. I think you can still continue to expect him to be over 5 yards a carry. I think he'll keep that efficiency. We saw J.K. last year be 6 yards a carry. Like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with their good running backs, but the Ravens system in general. I think he could have double-digit touchdowns with this type of workload. So I have him for 250 carries, 1,200 plus yards, and 10 touchdowns. I don't think he'll be super involved in the passing game. I think he'll catch somewhere around 20 passes, but with the rushing volume he'll get, I think he'll be really good for fantasy. I think, like I said, if you're drafting now, back of the third, early fourth round, I have no problem taking him there. Assuming, J.K. Dobbins' injury does end up being serious. Like I said, if let's say he dodges a bullet and he ends up missing a week, Gus Edwards, you'll have a nice fill-in, but assuming J.K. Dobbins misses the season, that's where I'm comfortable taking Gus Edwards. If you guys have made to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below, and I will respond as always. This is Fantasy Joe. Thank you for watching.